Hi everyone, my name is Victoria Osterley. I am a marriage and family studies major, and this past semester I completed an internship with the nonprofit organization Educate Empower Kids. So how I found my internship, I first went to the BYUI page, and then I searched marriage and family studies. And then you would just click on this first option. Then from here, you would click on internships, scroll down to step 2, and click on marriage and family studies again. This brings you to a find an internship page. And you can scroll down, and there is a list of past internships that students have done. I went through this list and learned about the different internships and what they did, and had an interest in the Educate Empower Kids organization. From there, I emailed the Dina, who was their president, and told her that I had an interest in their organization. I told her a little bit about myself as well as attached a resume, and that is how I found my internship. So my responsibilities consisted of things that they knew I had an interest in gaining more experience in. At the beginning of the semester, they had a meeting with the interns, and they wanted to learn about what they wanted to do during that internship as it relates to what they want to do after they graduate. I wanted to be a counselor, so I wanted to do research and write articles and gain more knowledge in those specific areas. So my responsibilities were gaining new Instagram followers, as well as writing the articles. I was also responsible for raising $100 for the organization. I was responsible for completing research that was related to their mission and past information that they had already gotten together, as well as creating memes. And here is an example of a meme on the screen. They did tips for parents, like parenting tips that could help them. Just quick little things that they felt like they could apply to their parenting. How I benefited the organization. Well, there were many opportunities for me to learn and grow, but as well as to give back to them what I, had already learned in my coursework. So something that I was able to do through Instagram specifically was to bring more attention to their page and to pull more people to their page. A lot of what they did with social media and sharing what they knew and what they have researched and done through social media, because there's a lot of people on there, and they can reach them easily that way. So I was able to bring people to their Instagram page. I was also able to raise money for them so that they did not have to spend so much out of their pockets. Gina, the president, said that they spent almost all of the money out of their own pockets to help support the organization. So they just wanted their interns to put a little effort into bringing money back to them so that they had more money to work with. Like I said, I was also able to use my knowledge in my coursework to aid in doing research as well as in writing articles. And I could use my personal experience to help people understand how important it is to talk to their children about these hard topics, as well as being the first line of defense and against what the worldly views are of sex and the body. So how I benefited personally, well, first I was able to gain knowledge that could help me as a parent. What this organization does is help parents have the tools necessary to have good communication with their kids when it comes to talking about sex and pornography and the internet just in general, how to use it and to be safe, and so many more topics that are just so important to talk to your kids about. They wrote books that are just helpful manuals pretty much to help parents through helping their kids. I also became more comfortable talking about these topics that people usually think of as hard and uncomfortable. I was also able to improve my writing and researching skills as I had many opportunities to do research and then implement that research into writing in kind of a blog style so that people could learn from our research but also be able to enjoy what they were reading. I could also I also had the opportunity to gain a greater testimony as I could see how important it is for a parent to play that vital role as the first defense against the world and their views, since they are not always right. So, a connection between my coursework and my internship would have to be my advocating class that I took a couple semesters ago. Something that really stood out to me in that class was one of the lessons we talked about how to appeal to an audience when it comes to advocating for something that you truly care about. They gave an example of two separate speeches, and one of the people who gave a speech, all they did was talk about why their thing was so important and what needed to be done to change it. And that's all they talked about. They didn't really establish themselves or why they personally thought it was important, like how their experience had formed that view that they had. As in the second person, they were able to kind of share about themselves and help the audience connect to them, as well as see why that was something that they felt so passionately about in their lives and why it was so important for people to care about it. So as I was writing articles, I was able to use that idea of sharing a little bit about myself and my experience and how my experience has played a big part in my understanding of the importance of talking to our kids about sex and about pornography and about those hard things that people kind of shy away from talking to their kids about. So, my recommendation as far as this internship, there were a lot of great things about this internship. I needed to do an online internship because I am a mom and I needed to be able to create my own schedule. So that was something that was really great, is I was able to decide what part of the day I was going to spend on that internship and how much time every day I was going to spend on that internship. It was also really cool to work for an organization that was truly just trying to make a difference. The president, she just saw a need and decided that she was going to be the person to fill it. And that was just really cool to see that she cared and was so passionate about this and just wanted to make a difference and really just help kids have a better experience. You also really need to be self-motivated if you're going to do an internship like this, because as I mentioned above, it is a lot of you just doing what you're supposed to every single day and being the person that's responsible for making yourself do it. If you need to go into an office and have a set schedule and have supervisors there, doing something like this might be hard because it's really easy to procrastinate and to put off doing things that if you put them off long enough, you'll get really behind and you won't be able to catch up. So you really need to be self-motivated. It was also a cool experience because I was able to learn from their research as well as their personal experiences. A lot of them had personal stories and understanding as to why this was such an important thing for the organization to be doing. So it was cool to learn from them and to grow my understanding of why this was so important, as well as how I can implement it in my future family. So overall, I thought it was a very beneficial experience and would recommend this internship to anyone who is interested in an organization like this. So if you want to do an internship with Educate Empower Kids, all you need to do is email Dina Alexander at dina@educateempowerkids.org and let her know that you are interested. They are very good at taking interns and taking them under their wing and helping them meet the goals that they set for themselves. And that is just about my internship and my experience. Thank you.